Hello, how are you guys? You're here with us at Elephant Sanctuary Brazil, and I'm going to walk down here a little bit, show you what's going on today. I will watch our connection, make sure I don't get too far away from signal, but have an exciting step here for Miss Lady today, and here we go. This is Hana right in front of me, and that's Lady back there in the trees and the bushes. This morning, after doing treatments with everybody, we let Hana back out into the yard, and then we let Lady back and allowed Lady access, which she has had multiple times, and left it up to her to decide if she wanted to go into the yard with Hana. And after a long pause and a lot of considerations, she decided to take those next steps, and she is now in the same space as Hana. This is just the first steps. Lady is still very fearful, but she's doing very well with not running away. She is being very inquisitive. She's very curious. She won't allow Hana to go all the way up to her yet. When Hana starts walking towards her, a lot of times she'll turn away. Sorry for that buzzing in the background. The guys are working, as they always are, trimming out some grass so we have easier passage with the four-wheelers. But yes, somebody just said, Carrie just said, congratulations, dear brave lady. And yes, congratulations, lady. She's come a long way. She's making good considerations. You know, she's seeing that it's not really anything to be afraid of. So she's trying to be strong, but we all know that emotion of fear is very hard to control. But it's a huge step for Lady. You know, we always say it's on elephant time, and we give them the support that we think they need and try to encourage them, but let them make the decision. And like I said, a few times we have opened up for Lady to enter the same space, and she always looks, she thinks about it, and then backs away. But today she went into the same space and had the opportunity and the option to turn and go somewhere else. But instead she went straight down and was exposing herself closer to Hana. So we've seen a lot of what's going on now. We use some food to discourage them from running away. Just let her know, stop, slow down for a minute, think about it. And then she does slow down a lot faster now. She does take time to be a little bit more pensive and a little more analytical. And of course, Hana's being perfect Hana. She's a sweet, gentle spirit, and she's being very, very calm and being very slow to approach. And when she sees Ladies a little uncomfortable, she slows down. She'll start grazing. She'll do other things that show Ladies that she's being passive. So once again, Hana's being very, very calm and very patient. No, Lady's actually the one in the bushes there. Hana is a closer one. So again, sorry for that background weed trimming noise. I'm trying to take advantage of a little bit of dry weather. It's been raining like crazy, which has been nice for the elephants, lots of mud. Joanna just said, do we open the gate for Lady to meet Hana? Yeah, we've done it a few times, but this is the first time that Lady decided to go and enter the space. We wanted it to be Lady's decision. A lot of times other elephants will just open up between them and, leave everything open so they can kind of passively go back and forth. But we didn't want it to be Hana entering Lady's space. We wanted it to be definitively Lady entering Hana's, where Hana was, so that Lady is making that decision, so Lady's in control of that next step. It's a subtlety. We've talked a lot with the folks here. It's a subtlety. I mean, they said, what does it matter if it's, if they both end up in the same space, same yard, if Hana enters where Lady is. But, with Lady, we felt that it was important for her to see that it was her choice. And again, we let her think about it, and then we encourage her with a little bit of food, just putting some food down on the ground, saying, if you want, here's some food, we can help encourage you to the next steps. And she was brave enough to take those next steps and start moving forward. again, it's just it is the next step. It's a long journey. Recovery of elephants in sanctuary is a long journey. It's a huge evolution, and it's through many steps, many hurdles, some joys and some setbacks, and this is one of those days that's definitely a joy to see Lady taking those next steps and observing. Right now they both have some hay and some palms in front of them, so they're not wandering around very much, but they were wandering around a little bit more earlier, and we'll see as the hay diminishes, they'll start exploring more. We'll just see how they interact. They do have the ability to go into different yards, and if we see that Lady's anxiety starts to increase too much, if she goes into another yard and exhibiting more anxiety, we'll just go ahead and close it up and call it, let her know that she has the ability to retreat into her own space. So when it becomes too much, she can take that step back and find that comfort, and then we'll try again another time. If you'll excuse me for a minute, I have other messages I need to respond to. Hey Tomas, we need to update that spreadsheet, but we'll do that. I have somebody working on it now with the most recent transfers to make it a little bit more accurate, especially with those with Hana and Hana and Ramba, which are both very extensive. Sorry, there's always a lot going on and trying to balance it all. Somebody asked if Lady likes the other animals at the sanctuary. She's pretty good with them. She's definitely not real close friends with any of them, but she's pretty good. She's observant of the chickens, and she doesn't seem to care for when the roosters come over and start stealing, eating her fruit or something, but she'll be observant of them. Same with the dog. She lets the dogs go relatively close, but I wouldn't say that she's friends. She's just more tolerant. Lori had a great question. I thought elephants are naturally herd animals. Why are they so uncomfortable with each other? To begin with, this is all about captivity. The trauma of captivity is impossible to imagine how it negatively affects them. Many of these elephants are kept in isolation for decades. None of them have emotional support. None of them have had the leadership of the herd to help them through all the stages of development, from early childhood development to adolescence to growing into adulthood, and the responsibilities, accountability, and social dynamic, social responsibility that it comes with. They've never had this. They have lived in many ways just in fear and anxiety of what might go wrong, or in some way, sometimes so little stimulation that they've never had an opportunity to really experience life on any level of comprehensive or complex level. And that fear can manifest in many ways. It can manifest through aggression. It can manifest through stereotypical actions. It can manifest with self-destruction. And we don't know what elephant is, we don't know how these manifestations occur until we start to see their recovery and what it is that they need. And Lady demonstrated right away that she needed more space. She needed more time. She would not approach the other elephants when there's a fence. She would run away. Anytime she experiences something of discomfort, she just runs away. The beautiful part of that is here in Sanctuary, she has the ability to run away. She has the ability to make a choice that is impactful for her life, and to express her displeasure or express her comfort, and that everyone's going to listen. We're going to listen. The other elephants are going to listen, and we're just going to be patient while she goes through the evolution of recovery. Basically what we take is the nature of elephants, and then we add to that the complexity of individuals, and then even further than that, the complexity that comes with trauma and the recovery from trauma. And that's what we're dealing with. So while elephants are intended to be a certain way by nature, captivity really takes all that away. and really destroy so much of the fabric of who they are. And what we're trying to do is help them rebuild that, help them rediscover what it means to be, an individual that matters, help what it means to be an elephant, a herd animal, somebody that can depend on one another, somebody that is dependent on one another. And that's one of the things is learning to be vulnerable, learning to accept affection, learning to accept support. It's complex, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's miraculous, but it's also a journey. Somebody asked about the tail swishing. That's about bugs right now. It's very calm, methodical, lots of bugs, lots of flies. We have this beautiful tropical environment, but that comes with lots of insects, so you see a lot of movement because of this. But it's very passive, very calm. Yeah, Lady is in the bushes back there on the bottom. They are going back and forth. Right now, Lady wants a little bit more space, and that's totally fine. We'll see what Hana does once she gets done, and that noise will stop relatively soon. Within the next half an hour, the guys will be done, and we're just going to continue to observe. I need to step away here and get back to some other things, but wanted to share a little bit of what's going on this morning with Lady making that first step out into the habitat with Hana. For those of you know, Lady's been here for about 3 months now-ish, something like that. And she has been fearful of coming into contact with the other elephants. She won't approach them, but through the last few weeks, she's becoming more and more inquisitive, more curious, more comfortable, more self-assured. And this morning, although we have given her the opportunity several times, this morning she decided to enter the same space as Hana. And they were a lot closer. They were probably about 3 meters apart for a while. And now they've moved apart a little bit, giving each other more space. Hana's doing a good thing. Hana's just letting her be. And, Hana's going to start exploring a little bit, wandering around. But Hana's not going to pursue her to any great extent. She'll slowly check things out. And Lady will probably walk away a little bit. Lady's going to go through that continuing analysis of what is going on. And now she's turning to watch. Again, the turning to watch is a good thing because she's, being inquisitive. She's being analytical. She's not just turning and running away. So we're seeing a lot of good positive steps from her. Okay. All right, I'm being called away. I must go. Thanks again, guys, for making this life possible. You guys are the ones giving Elephant Sanctuary, and thank you for being there. We will keep in touch. We will talk soon. Y'all take care. Lots of elephant hugs from Brazil.